Welcome back to the Sports News Analysis YouTube channel, where I'm always breaking down the hot sports topics of the day. So be sure to check out my other videos and subscribe to my page here on YouTube to get all of my videos delivered directly to your inbox. Brian Kelly, all the reports are that he's interviewed with the Philadelphia Eagles for their vacant head coaching position. This becomes the third offensive-minded college head coach to interview with the Eagles, following Bill O'Brien of Penn State and Chip Kelly of Oregon. I just found myself wondering as I read, the article that said he had interviewed whether or not the Brian Kelly interest in the Eagles and in the NFL is genuine. Is he doing this because he wants to make the leap to the NFL right now, or is he doing it because he feels that this is a good way to get a pay raise and extension from Notre Dame? I tend to think the latter, because I think Brian Kelly has done a very good job since he's been at Notre Dame. He's maybe on the verge of building a consistent winner at Notre Dame. And I only say this for a couple of reasons. One, he has a very young core returning from this team. He has, obviously, his quarterback returning, his young quarterback. He has two top receivers returning. Okay, he has a lot of players on that defensive line returning, which is a major strength of their team this year. His recruiting class he has coming in is supposedly in the top 3 in the nation. If you look at all these recruiting services and the ESPNU top 100 lists and all this nature, he has a good recruiting class coming in. Supposedly the recruits he has coming in are linebackers, some solid linebackers to hopefully replace Teo one day. Some solid people in the back end of their secondary are coming in as well, which is obviously, as we saw against Alabama, a major hole in this team when they play against the upper echelon, faster teams. So it seems like, they're recruiting well, the recruiting needs well. They have a solid core in place for next year. They have a little bit of an easier schedule next year than they had this year. So it seems like a puzzling time for Brian Kelly after saying all season, I've heard him say several times, that he thinks Notre Dame's the best job in football, period, not just the best job in the in college football. He thinks it's the best job in football, period. Now would be a puzzling time for him to jump ship and go to a team like the Eagles. I mean, the Eagles aren't ready to win soon by any means. Okay, that might be a complete rebuilding job, depending on certain ways they go with certain players, and you're even locked into some bad contracts there. Just not a place where, when you have a good college program and developing, you're at Notre Dame. It's not like they can't pay you. It's not like they don't have money or they can't raise money from alumni to pay you and extend your contract. You just had an undefeated regular season, although it ended bad. Just at this time, it just seems like a little bit of a leverage play by Brian Kelly to say, hey, look, the NFL is interested in me. Let me bat my eyes at them so Notre Dame gives me an extension. I don't think it's necessary for him to do, but hey, he's within his rights to explore any option he wants to explore, and I'll never knock anyone for wanting to explore anything with their career they want to, because let's face it, with these coaches, they can get fired at the drop of a hat for no reason. So we'll see where this goes with Brian Kelly. If he does want an NFL job, again, focusing on the Eagles is a puzzling choice for me, just because of the state that organization and team are in right now. I know there's going to be a lot of people that say, well, Notre Dame, that's the farthest they'll ever go. They'll never go undefeated again. Well, we don't know that. Notre Dame could be on the verge of, they haven't even gone through a full cycle of 4-year recruiting with Brian Kelly. Okay, maybe they go through the whole 4-year cycle of recruiting, and in 3 or 4 years, they're a consistent program, consistently in BCS bowls like Oregon is. Okay, you never know. I mean, to say that now that Notre Dame will never be as good as they were this year again, I mean, we just don't know that. Okay, I know the sentiment out there is you're either really for Notre Dame or really against Notre Dame. I'm kind of in the middle on Notre Dame. I enjoyed what they did this year. Going undefeated was exciting to watch, but I'm by no means a Notre Dame fan. So I'd like to see Brian Kelly stay in college. I think he's a good college coach. I think he's a motivator. I think he's a yeller and like a rah-rah kind of guy, which is why I can't really picture him at the NFL level. And the Eagles GM is already in place in Howie Roseman, so I don't think he would get the full say on personnel, which I think is important for a college guy coming into the pros, to kind of give him that instant respect of the players, right? Because if you got a guy come in, he's a head coach and the GM. Well, I better buy into what he's saying, otherwise he could get rid of me. So I don't think Brian Kelly would get himself into a situation where he could get undermined or sort of usurped by a general manager's decision. So again, I just think it's a way of Brian Kelly to get more money out of Notre Dame, but I hope he doesn't go. I don't know what you guys think of this. If you think he has genuine interest in the NFL, if you think he's just playing, Notre Dame, for more money, what do you guys think? Hit me up on the YouTube comments. Hit me up on my Twitter at SNewsAnalysis. And again, subscribe to my page, and you get all my videos delivered directly to your inbox. Thanks as always for listening, guys, and have a good night.